Peace, you brothers out there and sisters out there. This is Quan coming through just with a little another segment. So, in the aftermath of Jake Paul knocking out Nate Robinson, Nate Robinson was clown as usual, what they do with the whole social media and the memes and all that. I don't really get into it, but I understand what it's about. I know, like, I'm aware of it, but I don't really, I don't follow into that shit. But I understand what world we live in. I understand the so-called climate of race and politics. And you would think that in the midst of all the propaganda this year, in the midst of everything that was, disseminated from the higher ups in regards to the TV and so on and so forth, that they would take issues like this seriously. But it goes to show you what type of agenda they pushing behind these things. It's like it gets to a point where race is not even, there's no definition for it anymore. I'm sure you guys know what I'm getting into when it comes to this segment here, where Jake Paul, in the aftermath of it, he knocks out Nate Robinson. And these two buffoons got the nerve to ask this man a stupid ass question that they asked him. So let's go into it.
Okay. First and foremost, was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the week.
Stop asking me that. I said no.
It's not racist.
It's a shitty question. It's a sport.
Why is it a shitty question? Why is it a shitty question?
Because how does this have anything to do with race? It doesn't.
It's a fine question. We got to wake you up.
It's just nonsensical. And these females, they so delusional. They really exist in their own world to the point where it's hard for them to come out of that shit. These females, like, look at this chick. She like a Barbie doll, a black Barbie doll. You about 45 years old. You still trying to be young. You still trying to be all ratchet and shit. These two clowns on the fucking segment. Nobody watches this shit. Only reason why people know about this shit is because Jake Paul was on this shit. And he had the right and he had the gumption and the backbone to put these chicks in their place and say, what the fuck is you talking about? What does this have to do with race? I knocked out a man. It's a sport. It's boxing. What are we doing here? Same thing with Shannon Sharp and the fucking watermelons. It just go to show you this fucking joke of a world we live in, brothers. We live in a joke of a world. And it's getting more and more plain that we are in the last days, because shit like this we was not seeing 20 years ago, not even 20 years ago. Like, a question like this would not have been asked 20 years ago. Is it racist that a fucking white man knocks a black man out? Are you serious? It gets to the point where they don't even take themselves serious. The people that's behind these agendas. And I get a little frustrated because it's a fucking joke. These females, these two women on here, they little fucking kids. They a joke. The black woman is a joke. Not all, but the majority of these liberal black females are a fucking joke. Real talk, and I don't give a fuck who don't like that shit. They a joke. Don't take them serious because they don't take themselves serious. They a joke. And we live under the matriarchy. We live under the dictatorship of the so-called liberal black woman. Therefore, you have a lot of these fucking female, these men and female, like these females trapped in men bodies, excuse me. Like a fucking Shannon Sharp. And not even just Shannon Sharp, but just in general as a community. The majority of our fucking people in regards to the men. Bunch of fucking simps and beta males who think like females because they've been raised under that energy and don't understand the difference between what's real and what's not, because they live in this fucking world. They put this world on a pedestal like a fucking woman, like Eve. It's so annoying. Where we live in a world where things like race is a joke now. All racism is when it's progeny preservation, progeny preservation. Where if you're in power, you're going to put your people first. It's just natural. So that's what the white man does. Although he does it in a heinous way, you still have to understand that and adopt a ruling class mentality. So we won't be so fucking emotional about quote unquote racism, because these people don't take this shit serious when they fucking comparing the shit to watermelons and a white man knocking a black man out in a boxing match. It's nonsense and it's annoying.
To be a part of this conversation.
That's right.
Like, because if you can go from
you know what, he just hit
because y'all some fucking clowns. He's slapping himself in the face because it's like, damn, like I'm really in an interview with some clowns. I gotta slap myself in the face to wake myself up. Because she's like, oh, you gotta wake up. So let me slap myself in the face to wake up. Because being woke is nonsensical. It's farce. It's a fallacy. Fuck that woke shit. It's about being aware. Fuck woke. Be aware. That's what it is. Be aware. And have a sense of humility for the Heavenly Father. Fucking clown ass world we live in, man. You know, I use this video as a backdrop, but I'm expressing my real frustration for just this world that we live in as a whole. It's so nutty. I fucking hate this shit, man. I'm ready to get up out of here, brothers. And not thinking on no pessimistic shit, but just understanding what's coming. I'm ready for it to happen because I'm tired of this shit. There's so much folly in this world, man. So much confusion. So much lies. So much deception. So much clown shit. Especially from the start of this year. It's just, oh my goodness. But you got to have that faith, man. It's important. Have that faith.
Yourself harder than Nate Robinson ever hit him.
Yeah, I need you to listen very carefully and then try to tell us again without bad Wi-Fi. What chumps are up next for you to fight?
There's a long list of opponents.
All right, so that's it with that. I don't got no time for none of this extra shit. I just wanted to point out that segment of it because it was really nonsensical. And it go to show you that these people don't take what they push serious, man. They talk about this racism shit, this political shit, but it's clunky and it's folly and it's nonsensical for a grown ass so-called black man to sit on TV and compare a man smashing watermelons to fucking racism, quote unquote racism at that, because they don't really understand what the fuck racism is. But when it comes to what they believe in regards to racism, oh, it's racist because a white man doesn't like a black man, or a white man says black men go pick cotton, like stupid general like shit like that, like simplistic shit like that, watermelon type shit like that's narrative based, man. A white man knocking a black man out, so simple, little shit like that. Oh, it's racism. They don't take us serious, man. They don't. We got to separate from these fucking fuckers, man. They fucking retarded, these people, man. But God bless y'all. Excuse the frustration, man.